Book of Life, Part 2. How I met, let's call him Dexter. It was summer 1996. Man, I feel like antique. Time flies so fast. And me and my best friend decided to go to the river. I wasn't so interested, but she insisted, like whenever fate involves its fingers. And we were minding our own business, and out of nowhere we saw some guys. He was with his friend, and at first I paid zero attention to him because he wasn't my type at all. He's not, let's say, pretty, but he was always handsome and he had great, healthy, strong body. That's impossible to not notice, let's say like that. But I was just a kid. I mean, back then, back in the days, we were kids even in 90s. This generation today's are wild and crazy. I don't judge, I just say. So I'll never forget how he approached. He picked up some rocks, small rocks, and started to throwing them at us to start conversation. And little by little we ended up laughing like crazy, and like we know each other for not just this lifetime but from many previous. And I believe in that because you know that feeling when you just have that familiar experience with person you see first time in your life. That's how it was with him. My friend got bored and went home. I spent whole day with him. We were literally from that day inseparable till 5 days ago, because I decided to protect my energy, let's say it like that. And even though it's painful, it feels like you lose, like you lost part of yourself. It's beneficial also when you stand in your power and you are no longer putting others in front of some your boundaries. We didn't have cell phones either back then, so he asked for my number. We went out few days later, me, my friend from the river, and his friends. My thinking back then was, because even when I was young I had that avoidant attachment, let's say, because I still to this day work on my commitment issues, on fears of letting people in too close. And I know that's just part of my subconscious that I didn't fully still healed, but it is what it is. So my thinking back then was, you know what, he wasn't from my city. And I remember exactly like it was yesterday. All my memories about him are so vivid even now. I remember that I said, you know what, because he's not from my city, I'll hang out with him and he will eventually, when the summer ends, go back to his city, and that's it. But that's why I'll always say, those who are meant to stick around will stick around, no matter what your vision about the movie is, because even though we project in this multiverse our movies, there is some power even grander than our mind, and that's the creator of all that exists.